Alright, welcome to the second video of this Power BI tutorial. So today we're going to actually start to create this particular navigation aspect right here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Now here we have this chart that we can actually switch between one chart to another in a single visual. Can you see that right now? It's very interactive right here. So if I click on this particular ads and expenses right here, this is what we're going to have. Very awesome. So if you want to learn how to create this, stick around and let's see how to do that from the scratch. Okay, on this environment right here, what we're going to do, I'm going to click on this particular aspect and have it collapsed so that we can see what we're doing so well. And after we have done that, the first thing we're going to do is just to click on insert. And after we click on insert, we're going to see this particular elements right here. Under the elements, we just have to use what we call buttons, and we just want to use a blank one, right? We're going to click on that, and here we go. We have a blank button right here. I'm going to just position it right on this particular aspect. And after positioning it, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than this. I think something like this would be very awesome. Now that we've gotten the button inserted, I want to have this particular place opened up, and here we go. We just quickly have to format the button. So I'm going to go to where we have outline. I'm going to actually turn it off, so I don't want to have any outline right on it. So what about where we have the fill? I'm going to open the fill. I'm going to have it open right here. It's right now being turned on. I want to change the color of the fill to something like this. Something like this color right here. Let us see what we have. This is what we have, but we have the transparency. We don't really want to have it like that. I'm going to go back and actually have it, removed from transparency. And this is what I'm going to have. Okay, it might look a little bit darker. So I want to go ahead and actually go ahead and use this one right here. And this is what it is. So now that we've gotten this done, I'm going to have to copy it and I'm going to have it pasted, right? So now we just have to move this one right to this particular aspect here. So can you see that right now? We just have to move it closer to this one a little bit. And we just have to hold them both and move them away down to this particular aspect. I think I'm cool with where we have it positioned right now. So quickly, we just want to have them named individually. That is going to fit into the charts we have right in here. Okay. To name them individually, just click on the one you want to have named right now. And here we go. We just have to go all the way back right here. And here we have this particular button right here. I'm going to click and actually have this one put on, have it opened. And here we go. We just have to type in our name right here. I'm going to type in here, add cost. That is it. So add cost, and when we go back, this is what we have right here. So we might want to actually crank it up and see. Let's see what we can have it right, and it's gonna be under, let us use 18 for example, and let's see what it is. So right now this is what it is on add cost 18. I want to click right on this one right here and do the same thing, right? So just have to make sure we put it on, come right here, and here we just want to use the hash to mean number of ads, and we just have to scroll all the way down to where we have this. I want to put it on 18 as well, and here we go. We have it like this. Okay, this is what we have right now. That is beautiful. So what do we need to do for the second time? We just need to actually hold them down at the same time, so we have them highlighted both. So after we have done this, we just have to get it grouped. I'm gonna group this. So we have them grouped right now together. So now we're gonna have active and inactive one. So I'm gonna have to copy it again, have it pasted down. I'm gonna drag this one all the way down. And before we do any other thing, we just have to change the colors of this. So now for number, this one is actually gonna represent my number. And I wanna have the header right here changed to the color of this one right here to match. And I wanna go back right here. I wanna click on this particular aspect. I wanna go all the way down to where we have our title right on. And I want to scroll all the way down here. I'm going to scroll and I'm going to scroll. Okay, now here we go. Change the color to something like this. Okay, I'm going to go right and have it change to something like this color right here. So now we have the color to match. So right now for the number of ads, we just want to change the same color we have for this selected. So when I go ahead, I actually click on this and make sure you double click to make sure we have this one highlighted alone. So can you see that right now? Double click to have it highlighted alone, and quickly come back right to the button area right here. Go to fill aspect of it. So go to fill, and when we get to fill, we go to this particular fill color, and let's see what color we're gonna have for it. So I want to just have this color for it. And if we go right now, is a match. So right now we need to work on our text and see how the text is gonna appear. So I'm gonna go ahead and scroll, go back here, and for the text, we just want to make sure it's on white. So here we go, we have the text on white, and we want to do the same thing to this as well. Okay, this is what we have. So right now that we've just gotten this right here, what we need to do is just to rename those particular two different charts. The one is active and one is inactive. And I want to go ahead and actually click on this particular part right here. And I want to go ahead and click on selection, and there we have it open for us. So right now this is the inactive one, so we just have to rename this particular place. By double clicking on it right now, we can see this. I'm going to type in my inactive. So inactive BTN. That is all we need to do. And I'm going to click on the second one. Once I have it clicked on, it's going to actually have it highlighted for me, and here is my active BTN. So active BTN, and we have it. So if we open it up, we're gonna see the buttons we have right inside here, and individually we just have to rename the buttons to make sure it fits right. So this one is ads, number of ads. I want to actually go ahead and double click it and just make sure I go ads, and here we go. Double click on this one, and this one is gonna be what ad cost. Ad cost, if you can see, this is what it is. Okay, do the same thing to this one as well. Go ahead and actually have this one closed for now. The active and the inactive is going to be opened, and here we go. Once we actually have this one selected, we're going to come right here. We're going to see it on selection, and we'll quickly have to rename it to what it is. Okay, right now that we've just gotten that settled, what are we going to do next? It's very simple and easy. Let's just actually have this one closed, and let's see what it is. So click on this and have them highlighted both. So now we just have to make sure we move this one right here. Now we just have to get our Control key hold down. So deselect it, Control Z to have it back for us. Okay, now we have it back. Deselect it and make sure you click on this once and hold your control and have this one clicked again. And now we have both of them selected. So now we just have to make sure we go to format. And here we have this align right here. And under the align aspect here, we just have to make sure we say align top. And we just have to click back on it again and say align center, and right now we just have to make sure we have it in the middle, and this is what it is. So we've just gotten it all together. That is awesome. So the next thing we're going to do right now, we need to actually create another chart for the ad cost, which we don't really have right here. We just need to go ahead and actually write a simple DAX to help us calculate that. So I'm going to go Control C right here to have this one copied and actually have this one pasted down. I'm going to move it all the way down right here, and quickly I want to have this closed temporarily for now, and I'm going to have this aspect opened, and I'm going to click on this particular part right here. Because we don't have the cost right here right now, so we have to go ahead and calculate that. And quickly before we do that, I want to show you something. So go to this particular fact table and come right to where we have the ad cost right in, and here we go. This is the column. So here's the column right here. Under this column right, what we're seeing now is 2.1, 2.1, 4.2, and all that. So this means every single row in this column carries 2.1, which is 2 million and over 2 million, cost being spent on that particular ad and all that. So we have to go ahead and check our data dictionary to see what that is all about. So now if we look at where we have a data dictionary right now, here is data dictionary that we're going to be using for this. Okay, we have this estimated cost of TV spot for ads in millions of dollars based on length and cost of 30 seconds ads that year. So now, which means that particular column displays in million. Okay, on our measure table right here, what we're going to do right now is just to actually insert a new measure. So now once we have that inserted, we just have to name it to ad cost. So now I'm going to have this one named to ad cost. So it's going to be equal to what sum of the column where we have that right in. It's going to be estimated cost. I'm going to have it closed and I'm going to hit enter key, and this is what we have. We just got it right now. So you're going to be asking, why don't we just bring the column right here once it is still going to give us the same thing? Well, it was because we might need to branch out from here, and it's going to be very easy with just a measure. So right now, clicking right on this one, I'm going to go ahead and actually have this particular visualizations opened, and I'm going to actually have to take off what I want to take off this particular total record right here, and that is gone, so we have it right away. I want to click on this particular ad cost right now, and there we have it, right? So now that we have just gotten this is something different from this one right here. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to quickly go to my format, and I want to go to the data label, So here we go, data color, so to say. I want to go ahead and change it to this particular color to match this particular one we have right here. And quickly, and I want to scroll all the way down. So we just have to scroll all the way down here. And here we have the title right in. I want to change the titles to something different. I'm going to go ahead and actually say estimated ad cost. That is all about that. So here we go, we have it, estimated ad cost, and quickly we just have to change the color to match what we're doing. So change the color to match this, and there we have it. So we have two different charts right now. Okay, we just have to make sure we have this one collapsed right away. Have this one collapsed because we don't need them right now. We're gonna be needing them in a jiffy, but not yet. I want to go right to my formats, and quickly I want to go to this particular selection. And here we go. So we just have to make sure we click on this one. I want to actually make sure I bring it all the way from where it is to the top level. Okay, here we have both of the charts right here. You can see if I take one off right now, it's going to go off and all that. So what we need to do for the second time is just like, we have this one beneath it highlighted. I'm going to actually hold my control and have this right as well. I want to go quickly to my format. And I want to click on the line and have it opened up. I want to say top, and I want to click back on this again. I'm going to say align center, and here we go, align middle. So we have them equally at the same place. So if it switches, it's not going to have any effect that like this is something crazy. Okay, right now that we've gotten those two things done, let's see how we can manage our bookmark. Okay, right now let us go to view, and from view you can see this quick book, see this one right here called bookmarks. Click on it, and here we have them. So right now we have our bookmark. Before we start to create the bookmark, let's see what we're gonna do. So we just need to actually have this particular active button open. So once we have active button open right now, we want to start our bookmark from this particular part right here. Okay, let us highlight the two charts together. So here are the two charts we have, right? So now we have them on highlight. So we just want to group them and actually go ahead and say group. And we want to name the group to charts. We're going to call this charts. That is what it is. So if you have more than one chart, more than two charts, like 3, 4, 5 charts, just have to group them together and name them charts. Okay, now that we've gotten this done, let's see. Okay, this is where we need to pay attention. Now we need to have the chart opened up, and once we have the chart opened up right here, right now, if we turn this chart off right now, you can see what we have. You only have one chart being, up, right? Can you see all this right now is working fine? So what are we going to do? I'm going to actually first of all click on this particular chart right here. I want to have it turned off. So it's gone. So now the chart I've turned off right now is estimated cost. Now that is estimated cost is off. So what is on right now is number of ads. I want to come right here and turn the button for cost off as well. I only have button for number of ads on and button for number of estimated cost. Sorry, charts. Chart for estimated ad cost, right? Being thought of, and I have the numbers right here. Can you see that right now? So I'm gonna make sure I click on this particular chart right here. That is the group, and click on the group of this particular button right here. Hold your control and have them highlighted at the same time and create a bookmark for this. It's very simple and easy. Okay, we've just gotten our bookmark right here. I'm going to double click on the bookmark. I'm going to have it named to what? To number, so hash, and what? And ads, number of ads. So once I've done this, let us see the next step to take again. Go right here and have it opened. So we have to deselect this particular data and come back to it again and deselect current page. And right now we need to go back and see selected visuals, and now we need to update. That is all we need to do. So right now we just have to come right here, deselect this, and actually have this one come right here. Now we just have to turn off that as well. I hope you get what is going on right now. It's a little bit tricky. If it is your first time to actually go through this, it's going to be some kind of a little bit tricky. You just have to watch it over and over again till you get it right. So now leave this particular highlight the way it is and come right here and add on that bookmark. Double click on it, and now I'm going to name this one my ad cost. That is all. So we have to follow the same step again. have this place opened, turn off this, come right here again, turn off this as well, and now we need to update some kind of selected visual, and finally we just have to click on update right here. Okay, let us see if this is working for us. Now if I click on this, we're gonna switch the chart for us. Can you see this right now? This is what it is. Very simple and easy. This is how we have it done. Okay, we are not done yet. One more thing to do. Let's see what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and have this one closed for now. I don't need that. Okay, the next step we need to take right now is to come right here where we have the button right in. I'm going to double click on the button. So I'm going to have this particular single button highlighted, which is the inactive one, is what we need to actually put our action right on. So scroll all the way back right here. You're going to see all this. And what we need to do right now is just to make sure we highlight to get down to where we have our action right in. So I'm going to go right here and highlight it. Okay, here we go. We have it right here. I'm going to turn this on. So once we have it turned on, I'm going to have to open it. I'm going to scroll all the way down. So once I have scrolled all the way down, let's see what we're going to have right here. I'm going to go to where we have this particular type here. I want to put it on bookmark. So here we have none, and let us check back what it is. So we have ads, number of ads right on. That is exactly what we want to actually bring up, right? So we just have to go all the way down to this particular aspect here, and just number of ads, here we have it. So we have it right on, and here we go, we have it. So if I deselect it right now, I'm going to actually hold my control key because we are not on the web. On the web, you don't need to hold your control key to have it done. So hold your control key and actually tap on your mouse, and we have it open. So right now it's working well, but this one is not working well right now. Just double click it and have this one highlighted separately, and go all the way down to the same place again. Now turn on the action, have it opened, go to bookmark and scroll all the way down. So scroll all the way down right now and select a bookmark, and here we go, have it on the second one, add cost, and everything is being settled. So what are we going to do right now? Let us put hold our control and have it. The same thing I had done in the previous one is what we have right here right now. Okay, right now we might want to put on our data label. So it is time for we to format this rightly the way it should be right now. We can actually do that with ease and all that. So, but we don't want to do that yet. We just have to go ahead and actually do everything we have right here before we concern ourselves much about the formatting. So let us try to do what we have right here to create this particular part of this particular dashboard. Okay, in the previous video I told us we have what we call funny ads and serious ad, and all this is some kind of like given to us in forms of true and false. So we just have to figure it out and see how we can actually use, measure to actually get this done by calculating some little, writing some little DAX to get it done. So we're going to go back to our main dashboard and see how we can get that done. I'm going to come right here, and now we just have to close this one now, have this open. So we just have to go to our measure table right here. So we have our measure table right in here. So right now we have to remember we had this particular total record created in the previous video. It's very simple. All we just used right here was just count rows to actually count how many records we have on our table for us, right? And now we're going to be branching out from this particular total records right now. Let's see what we're going to do. Okay, first of all, I'm going to actually insert a new measure. Okay, we have that measure coming up right now. Okay, here we go. We're gonna say number of funny ads. So it's gonna be equal to, so we're gonna be using this particular function called calculate. And now we just talked about where we created our total records. So I'm gonna put our total records right here. So total record. So now we just need to, that is the expression. So the filter right now is just going to be the column where we have the funny ad writing. So I'm going to just go and say funny. So funny ad is actually existing in our fact table. Okay, I'm going to say now where it is equal to, true, and have it closed. Do you understand me? Ordinarily, we ought to have used something like this. In my other videos, I used to use double quotation and type in true here like this and close it and have this closed. But if I do this right now, it's going to throw out some errors because Power BI does not understand what true is all about. So true is nothing. So if I go back right here right now, it's not really working. You might not see it right. If I go ahead and actually go, let's see what it is. Let me show you the bad part before we go through the good side right here. Can you see this right now? it's not going to give us anything right here. So if you want to know how that is, what that is right now, let's just go back here. The reason for that is that Power BI really understood true. Without we having the double quotation, Power BI know what we're trying to say. I'm going to put my true right here. I'm going to have it closed. I'm going to hit enter key. And let's see what we have on the visual right now. So the visual is going to actually take up the figures we have right for it. Let's give it some time, and I'm going to go right here and have it opened. I'm going to come right here and use my card. And here we go, we have it. Let me show you the column that's actually generating this and tell you where. Okay, now we have this particular funny art right here. This is the column, and it's full of, you know, true and false right here. So now Excel, oh sorry, I said Excel, Power BI understood what true is and what false is, and it actually went ahead and actually calculated how many truths we have and how many falses do we really have. Okay, so what do? We don't have to do this over and over again. I'm just going to copy this away from here. I want to create a new measure right now. On the new measure created, I want to have it pasted right in here. So right now, instead of me to say funny ad, I want to go for serious ad. So serious ad, and all I need to change right here right now is this true to false. I'm going to actually highlight this particular part here. I'm going to say false, have it closed, and I hit enter. That is all we need to do. So right now, we want to see what percentage of our ad is serious and what percentage of our ad is actually funny. Okay, we go back. And now we just have to create another one, another measure. Okay, here we are. I'm going to say percentage right here. I'm going to use this percentage of funny ad. Sorry for that, funny ad. So it's going to be equal to divide. I'm going to use the divide function here. Divide. It's going to be my number funny ad. So number of funny ad. So the denominator is going to be total records. So the alternative is going to be 0. I'm going to have it closed. And now, right now, before I hit enter, I'm going to have it copied. I'm going to hit my enter key right now, my enter key to commit it. So we just have to click on the percentage right here. And I want to have it on just one decimal place or point, wherever. So we've just gotten that created. So the next one is actually going to be the one for serious art. This is for funny art. So remember, I got it copied. I'm going to have it pasted right here. So once I have it pasted right now, so what I'm going to do is just to change this one to serious art. And then right here, I just want to change this one from funny art to serious art. So here we go. And that is all we need to do. I'm gonna hit my OK key. Okay, right now we are set for our visualization. I want to come right here and pick this particular one right here. Copy and Ctrl V. will help us to paste it there. I want to bring it all the way down right to this particular aspect, and I want to make it some kind of a little bit smaller. Just to this particular part right here. I want to come right here and go ahead and actually, you know, the outline. So I want to make sure it's in white. Something like this would be cool for me. Okay, I love it this way, and we just have to make sure we have this duplicated. Ctrl V will help us to paste it down. I'm going to bring this one right to this particular aspect right here. So I'm sorry if I don't have the same, you know, level of it. So all you need to do is to spend some time to format this. So after that, I'm going to go to my words, go to insert, and from insert, when I see this particular shape right here, and I want to bring this circle right in. Here we come with our circle. So we have it. So I'm going to actually have to make sure I make it a little bit smaller. Something like this would go. So we need to move it to the top level right here. And after moving it, we just have to make sure we touch it a little bit. So I'm going to have it right here. I want to make sure I go to my fill color. It's going to be on white. Something like this. I want to turn it off. I want to come to outline. I'm going to take it off. And I want to go to shape right here. Okay, leave the shape alone. Okay, let me show you something. We have this shadow. If I go ahead and turn on my shadow right now, this is what my shadow is going to look like. It's some kind of weird. I don't like the way the shadow is like right here, but I still want to have a shadow right on it. So how do I do that? Click back on it, then once we have it click back, go ahead and turn off the shadow. Turn it off. And once we've turned the shadow off, what are we going to do right now is just to go towards shape shadow right here and click this. And here we go, we have this. So we can now resize this again. to fit into what we want. Okay, now we have something like this. I'm gonna have to double it. Ctrl V will help me to paste it down. I'm gonna have to bring this one right here, and we just have to make sure it aligns perfectly to what we are doing. So perfectly, we have those two circles right here. We have to make sense with them. On the first circle, we just want to have the number of funny arts. So I want to come right here and have this one turned on. I want to turn off the the group right here, the category right here. And I want to quickly go ahead and actually make sure I have this one as little as this. I'm going to show this right here. I want to bring this one right to this particular aspect, and I want to make sure we go ahead and track this a little bit. And for the first time, I want to turn off the I'm going to go right here and turn off the background color. And here we go, we have it right here. So now, as you can see, it's going behind this. We don't really want it to happen like that. So what are we going to do, and how do we fix that? To fix it right now, let us go to view and see. Go to view, and on view, okay, go to format, and from format we can now see bring to front. So here we click on bring to front, and we have it at the front side of this particular part right here. And we want to go to what? Go to where we can actually, work with this, and go to data label right here, and actually scroll all the way down. Okay, we just have it on 26, and we just use the the font family as area black right here, and this is what we have. So we might want to really some kind of change the color that we're not too cool with the color. We can change it to something very cool, like this kind of black would be cool, so it's not too thick and all that. So now we have this right now. What we can do, copy and paste it and move this right to this particular aspect right here. So the formatting is going to stay, and go right to this particular part and take this off. And once we have that off, we just want to bring the one we have. This is the value we have for this particular aspect right here. So it gives us the total number for funny arts and gives us the total number for serious arts. So we need to actually bring up the percentages we have right for it. So come right here and do the same thing, copy and have it pasted, and bring this one right to this particular aspect here. And we want to go right here and select this and bring funny arts percentage right to this particular aspect. And we have to quickly change the formatting. So click on the data label right here, and let's see what we're gonna do. First of all, we have to change the color to something nicely like this. Let's see. Okay, the color does not come out the way we like, so we can click on this particular color aspect, come right here and actually make sure you change the color to something like this. So now here we go, we have this brighter color, and once we have this right now, we can actually go ahead and change this to something like let us use 20 for example, and 20 is too huge. I'm going to use 15. We can quickly go ahead and use 15 to see what it is. So now 15 is cool, so we can actually go ahead and make it a little bit smaller and make it fit right in here like this will be cool for us. Okay, now copy and have it pasted and drag it all the way down to create the second part of this. So let us leave this one right here right now, and I want to click on this particular one. I'm gonna bring it all the way down a little bit. Okay, right now we need to actually select this and bring the right percentage right here, which is this one right now, and this is what it is. So now we have it. Okay, sorry, that is not the percentage. We just have to go right here and bring the percentage we have for it. So now we have that, right? So this is beautiful, way beautiful. And what we can do next is to actually go ahead and actually make sure we take this one to the top level a little bit and all that. This is what we have right now. So please take your time to have yours formatted nicely the way it should be and all that. Okay, I just have those TV ads and YouTube TV view and YouTube views right here, just to cut off some less important aspect of it off. So right now we need to go to the top level right here. I'm going to hit on insert, and from my insert I want to go right on shape, and I want to bring this particular type of shape right here. So we just have to scroll and make sure we have it right here, and we have to make sure we minimize it and let it be something like this, capsule or whatever. And there we go. Just have to make sure we get it this way. Let us move it to this particular end. I'm going to have this right here for now. So I'm going to actually copy this and have it pasted. I want to have it right here, but this time around I want to make this one a little bit smaller than what we have right on the other one. So I just want to bring this right to this particular aspect here. So this is what we have. So before we go ahead and do anything, sorry to say, I want to come right here and change the color. I'm going to change the color to this particular color right here. So we just have to click on this one right here and change the color to something different. Let's go with this particular kind of color, right? Okay, we just have to go ahead and use that color. We just want to go with this color right here, and that is going to be this color. So we have right here. So now we just have to hold our control and have them highlighted bolts. Control V will help us to paste them down. We just have to bring this one right to this particular aspect here, and this is what it is. So now we need to get the value that is some kind of peculiar to every single channels we use in displaying our art to the audience. Okay, right now we need to calculate the total YouTube view and the total our TV view as well. So from there we can branch out to the funny arts and serious arts, which I believe you can do. Okay, if you're adapting what it is that I'm trying to do right now, let us work together. Okay, what I'm going to do right now is just to have this particular table clicked. I'm going to go right here and insert a new measure, and here we go. We just have to make sure we have the measure named. So we need to name the measure number of YouTube view. So it's going to be equal to sum of what? Sum of YouTube view. Here we go. We have fact table carrying the YouTube view. Double click it and actually have it closed, and I'm going to hit my enter key. So we're going to have it right. The next one is to calculate numbers of the YouTube likes we have, right? That is number of YouTube likes. We just have to put our equal to and use the sum function again. I'm gonna say YouTube, and we just have to go for the YouTube likes we have right here for the likes. We just have to close it and hit enter. There we have them, right? So now we need to branch out from here to have something different. So what I'm gonna have, we just want to know how many views do we have for funny arts on YouTube and how many views do we have for funny arts on the television aspect right here. So we need to actually add on that measure again. Okay, to get this right now, we just have to use the same calculate we had used before. When I say calculate what total YouTube view, like number of YouTube view. So right now YouTube views, here we have YouTube views, and we just have to use the filter function as well. We just want to say our funny arts right here, where we have our funny arts right in, and we just need to actually say where the funny art is actually equal to true, and we have to close it. So we just got this created. That is awesome. Okay, because we're going to be using this on our visual, we just have to make sure we have the comma separator right on it once we have it right here. So we just have to click on this particular comma separator right here. Okay, let's see what we have just done. So I'm going to actually have to make sure I go ahead and click on this, and I have it on card. And there we go. Here we have it. So this is what we have for this, right? And quickly, we just have to do this one for what? For this particular serious arts. So we just have to go ahead and copy this, copy it, and go ahead and insert a new one. So I'm going to have it pasted right now. So once I have gotten it pasted, I'm going to actually have to change this particular place to serious arts. So when I come right here and turn this one to false, so that is to false, I hit enter. That is all we need to do. Okay, now what we need to do is just to make sure we bring this right here, right? So we can quickly just format this and click on this particular aspect here, and just go ahead and turn the category off, and go here for the background. We just want to turn the background off as well. We don't want the background to be turned on. We want to turn it off, and I want to make sure I bring this as low as this. I want to take it up to this particular aspect right here. So we just have to change this to make sure it fits right into this particular aspect right here right now. I want to go ahead and go to the top level and quickly go to data label, and we want to scroll all the way down, and I'm going to put it on 30. Let's see what 30 is going to give to us, and I have this right, so we just have to make sure we get it down, and I just want to make sure I have it right here. So now we just want to copy this. I'm going to have it pasted. I want to make sure I move this right to this particular aspect here. Okay, so make sure you spend some time to format what you have right here. And quickly, I want to have to deselect this one. Instead of YouTube view for this funny arts, I want to go for the serious art right here. And we should have it. So that is it. That is it. If we come right here right now, we're going to see what we have right now is actually this right here and all that. So now guys, this is very, very simple and easy. So you can do this for TV view as well. Now let me just take you back to where we are right now. If you look at this right here, it will be very simple for you to actually replicate and create everything we have right here. Very simple and all that. So just go ahead. Already we have the likes calculated. Go ahead and actually create the remaining visual, and you will be very awesome to have an outstanding dashboard created, and you can replicate everything we have done right here on your own personal dashboard. I hope this is awesome. This helps you in one way or the other. If this does help you in one way or the other, all you need to do is just to let me know in the comment section. And if there's anything I should have actually done that I didn't do, you can actually let me know that as well. So if you've not been a subscriber to my YouTube channel, you might go ahead and actually hit the subscribe button, and your like is always one of the best, and I always love and all of that. So if you must leave a dislike, tell me why you're disliking the video, because that would help me to actually, change my way out. So go ahead and do the formatting, and I believe everything is going to be very simple for you and all that. You can see my formatting right here is pretty nice, and I believe you can do it too. So go ahead and actually do that, because already we've done almost 80% of this particular, we made it very good progress on this particular video. So the next we're going to be creating right now is this particular awesome patch right here. So I'm going to show you how to just get this created. You can see it displays the key aspect of our analysis and all that. So awesome, right? Let me see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.